Morning, guys. West Coast waking up to a complete bloodbath in crypto. I woke up, and as I woke up checking my phone, I caught the exact bottom when Bitcoin was at 30,000. I was having a mini heart attack. I got, this can't be right. These quotes are wrong. I jump over, check a quote for BCH. Also, almost at $400. I'm kind of concerned at this point. I get dressed, I go have some breakfast, and I come back, turn on my video, start recording for you guys. And in that time that I've been doing that and just recording this video, we're seeing a nice V bottom recovery. I'm going to tell you why I think this flush is just a V bottom recovery. I think some longs got liquidated. The bull run is not over, but before we start that, we have to understand why and how we got this point and why, to use a cliche, this is good for Bitcoin. First, let's go full screen. I mean, that'll help. There we go. All right, now you can see what I'm talking about. Look, I'll be honest. I think this is short-term good for Bitcoin, but long-term, this is much better for second and third generation cryptos. The forks, the Ethereum forks, the Bitcoin forks, BCH, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance, Polka, Uniswap, all of those are the ones which will come out of this shining. I'll explain why. But before we get there, let's understand what happened to crypto. Let's understand what's happening with Bitcoin, because that's the one which is the most popular. Now look, actually, let's go further back than that. Who was around in 2017, 18? There was a period of time where Bitcoin was stuck below 10,000. It was so frustrating for those of you who held long, and I applaud all of you that were holding during that time. There was a long period of time where Bitcoin just couldn't crack over that 10,000 mark. Then finally, towards the end of 2000, it finally got above that area, and it's been doing pretty well. And before Elon came along. So 2021, short-term high around 42,000, and in this range here, this period here we're looking at. The question was, okay, Bitcoin's done great. It's gone from 10,000 to 42,000. It's looking good. What will be the catalyst? What can possibly make Bitcoin go higher now? That was the question on everyone's mind. And the answer to that question was, double check, guys, if you can, this candle here, and I recognize, I think this is it. On February 8th, Tesla came along, and Tesla says, good news, everyone. We've bought 1.5 billion shares in Bitcoin. And everyone is applauding. Oh, Papa Elon, so smart. Oh, Elon Musk, such a genius. And everyone's kissing him and loving him because he's buying Bitcoin. And now Bitcoin will have mass acceptance because of that. Okay, here's the problem. Crypto is supposed to be decentralized. No single person is supposed to have, no single person, no single entity, no single company is supposed to have sway upon crypto. It's supposed to be decentralized. So when everyone started gushing and just loving Elon because he's so smart, because he bought Bitcoin over here, there's got to be a downside. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. And guess what? Here is the opposite and equal reaction. Now, everyone that came into crypto recently over the past couple of months has probably done so because Elon has been pumping Bitcoin and pumping his Dogecoin position. I've got a lot to talk about that too. But to keep the video short, here we are. This is what happened. Tesla announces they bought Bitcoin, up it goes, pulls back a little bit, up it goes. And more recently, we had series of higher highs, looking good. But what's happening now? So this is what happened. Tesla announces they will accept your Bitcoin for payment for buying Teslas. Now, great. Originally, the white paper said that Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer form of electronic cash, which it was. There was a time, and you may remember it if you're on the forums and on Reddit in the early days, where you could send Bitcoin to each other for a couple of cents, all right? Those days are gone because everyone is rushing to fill up those 1 megabyte blocks. Now, every 10 minutes, a block is mined. Those blocks carry and confirm the transactions. So if there are a lot of transactions all fighting to get into a block, the fees go up. People have been paying $10, $20, $50, $200 to get their transaction into the next block to get approved and confirmed. The problem comes with Tesla now. They were saying, well, we're accepting Bitcoin, and then they go, well, we are now no longer accepting Bitcoin because shakes magic 8 ball. It's not green enough. Renewable resources, something, blah, blah. That was nonsense. That was bull. I'll explain why. Now, Elon wanted to let Bitcoin down gently, all right? There was a big problem that people went to buy Teslas or they went to put down a deposit to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. And they gave a $5 fee, a $6 fee, a $3 fee, and their transactions were not being confirmed in the next block. Their transactions were not being confirmed 3, 4, 5 blocks later. Now they're on the Tesla site waiting for confirmation that their payment went through, and it's not coming through. The site times them out, and now they're going, I don't know, I'm logged out of the site. My payment isn't through. I know what's happening. Did I buy a Tesla? Did my deposit go through? I don't know. And I think it was a gigantic headache. Elon realized that Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer form of electronic cash does not work. The reason why it does not work is because the small block size, and the whole block size argument is what led through to the second generation Bitcoin fork of Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash does exactly what Elon wants it to do. Fast, zero confirmation transactions at pennies, at a fraction of a penny. We'll get more about it in a second, but here's the problem now. I believe Elon wanted to let Bitcoin down gently. So he said, green energy, even though the stats I've read, 75% of Bitcoin mining is done on renewables, apparently from hydro. Bitcoin not green enough, we can't accept it, was his way of letting it down. And obviously the Bitcoin community went nuts. They now hate him. Which started a bit of a sell-off, and everyone who bought Bitcoin because Tesla and Elon were pumping it now goes, you know what, I don't like this, I'm stepping out. And that's what they're stepping out here. Now, what happened down here? This line I drew across the screen from the highs in January. Resistance becomes support was my theory. My theory was proven true because, as you can see, there's some support here. These candles bouncing off the exact support there. I felt very bullish about Bitcoin down here. But there's a problem in Bitcoin. Not a problem. It's just one of the factors, one of the reasons why decentralization is good and bad is there is no one to set the rules. Now, if this was an equity market, if this was the New York Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange would have halted for an hour. And if it dropped more, they would halt it for 2 hours. And if it dropped a bit more, they would have halted the entire stock market for a day and said, whoa, the selling's out of hand, we're halting the market. There is no such mechanism in any crypto. Crypto is decentralized. No single person controls it. There is no halting. So when this happened, this candle right over here, what happened is a lot of people were going long leveraged. A lot of leveraged longs jumping in the stock market again. If you have a margin account, 2-to-1 margin, great. You have $50,000 in your account, you can trade $100,000 worth of equity. In crypto markets, you can get 5-to-1, 10-to-1. I've heard as high as 100-to-1 leverage. So there are people over leveraged big time trying to catch us bounce. And some whales came along and said, listen, we're going to place our bids to buy really low and flush out some of these over leveraged longs. And that's exactly what happened this morning. When I woke up, I was just catching the bottom end of this. And what happened here? Some over leveraged longs get flushed out. The entire accounts get liquidated, and off we go. So I believe what we're seeing here, and we're just at the top end of that now, is some very big longs getting liquidated, getting kicked out, over leveraged, and accounts liquidated big time. This flush here, for anyone lucky enough to have caught it, good for you. I woke up to see BCH almost cracking below 500 right down there, and anyone who caught that below 500 is sitting in a very nice profit if you're trading right now. Don't expect to see new highs immediately anytime soon. That is not happening. There was more bad news along with that. And that was the old rehashed news that seems to come out every so often about China banning Bitcoin crypto. Again, how many times has this exact headline come out? I swear they rehashed the headline over and over again because it's been banned for how long now? For years. In fact, there's a meme, there's a South Park meme made years ago about that. You know, this wasn't made today. This was made years ago about China banning Bitcoin again. So I understand. Well, it still works. Obviously, it still works. They saw the weakness, and whoever is in charge of making headlines said, yeah, let's do it. And it worked once more. So I guess why stop doing it if it keeps on working? And whoever's lucky enough to grab those Bitcoins down 30,000, congratulations, you're doing great right now. But let's move on and take a look at a couple other things. So I mentioned Doge a little bit earlier, and yeah. Look, I'll stick, oh my God, dropped down to 22. Okay, that's a wicked drop for Doge there, but recovering like everything else. And I gotta say, and I stick by my earlier videos about Doge, you know, it's not good. Doge is just not good for, it's fun. I think it's funny and it's fun. But for the overall long-term health of the crypto markets, Elon pumping Doge the way he is not healthy. And him going out and saying, yeah, he's working with Doge, excuse me, he's working with the Doge devs. And he's going to work with Doge devs to make Doge more efficient. And here's the lead dev from Doge saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Elon has not contacted me. Elon has not submitted anything to GitHub. He's not done any Doge improvement proposal. He's making this up. Elon Musk has not contacted anyone from Doge. And so for Elon to say that he's contacted people from Doge to make Doge better, this is not good. You know, the crypto market should not be relying on one man to make or break things going. And the sooner that crypto detaches from Elon Musk, the better it is. And when the detachment happens, and I think it's going to happen now because this was the flush to correct everything, things will get better. So that's just what's happening on Bitcoin itself. And I think we're seeing here the V-bottom recovery. This is going to be pretty much it. But going forward, and the reason why I think this is not a bear market and it's going to be a V-bottom recovery, not immediately, it might take a couple of weeks, months even, before we see new highs, is that the second and third generation cryptos will now have their time to shine. And I don't know why I clapped that out, but I got to emphasize that. Bitcoin being the Mac Daddy, the original, the first generation, Ethereum being the second generation crypto that came along with more function, Binance, Polka, Uniswap, Cardano over here. These are all third generation. Cardano, Polka, Uniswap, who are you? VeChain. These are all third generation cryptos. BCH being a second generation crypto, a fork of Bitcoin itself, have all made improvements, all right? And I believe now, after this flush, will be the time for Bitcoin Cash, for the Polkas, for the Uniswap, for the Cardanos, for all the next second and third generation cryptos. This will be their time to shine because Bitcoin has lost its market dominance in terms of market cap, and the rest of them are coming along. I'm not saying they'll outdo them. I'm not saying they'll be better. Ethereum may overtake Bitcoin this year, but now is the time for the crypto market to reach its next cycle up, and a lot of the second and third generation cryptos are going to find their footing and lead the way. So if you're looking to get into crypto, is Bitcoin a good idea? Listen, consider Bitcoin the blue chip of cryptos at this point. And there's a lot of new kids on the block that are doing things better. They have better utility, better function, better features than Bitcoin itself. And I believe this is the year, 2021 is the year for second and third generation crypto to shine. That's my opinion there. So if you're new to this, don't be freaking out. Don't freak out about it at all. This is this is crazy. This move here. Look at Bitcoin Cash. It went from like 1,600, dropped down to 500. That is an insane move. But the future potential for the second generation Bitcoin Cash fork here, they are bringing Smart BCH online next month. They have ERC20 like token functionality coming into it. So Bitcoin Cash will do what Ethereum does and is a peer-to-peer currency, very fast blocks, zero confirmation time, well, still 10-minute blocks, zero confirmation times, and at a fraction of a penny in fees. I believe now is the time where you see the Ethereums, the Polkas, the VeChains, the Cardanos, all of those will have the time to shine this year, and this bull market is not over. That is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think below. I hope none of you are over-leveraged and got damaged too badly. I don't expect to see new highs anytime soon. There may be a bit of sideways to come, but this isn't the bear market. This isn't the end of it all. I think this is just another leg down before we see another leg up. With that, let's wrap it up. If you enjoy this content, guys, thumbs up. You know what to do. Comments below. I'll catch you in the next one.